Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Brandy, and today we are talking about something that I think people need to be moderately educated on. Basically, today we are talking about Twitch usernames. So, this has been talked about in my chat many times on Twitch. It's been talked about on, social media and stuff, and I've seen a lot of people asking for advice and concerns about what they should make their username. Now, as somebody who has rebranded multiple times, not on Twitch has been the same. I've rebranded on social media multiple times, and I've questioned what I want my name to be, or I've changed things. It really boils down to fitting into a couple of key criteria marks. So I'm going to break those down for you. First thing, when thinking of a Twitch username, you need to think of it just like a gamer tag. That is going to be what people call you. Okay, so coming into your stream, that is your name. Until they know that, like, hey, you're Brandy or you're this person, you will be whatever your username is. So if your username is, Booty Muncher, people are going to call you Booty Muncher. So you better be happy with that name for the next X amount of however years you decide to stream. Okay, so that is what your nickname is essentially going to be. Whether you want to use your actual name or you want to use a gamer tag or a nickname, that is what people are going to call you. So you got to pick something you're okay with, okay? Think of it long term, okay? If you are choosing to stream and you want to turn it into a career, then you're going to want that name to carry over a long amount of time. So think of something you're okay with being called and that you like. Second thing, make sure that username is easily both readable and pronounceable. If you have characters like big L's that are supposed to be I's or I's that are L's or whatever, your name's going to get mispronounced all the time because people are not going to know what your username is. So don't throw all those extra characters in there to make it jazzed up. You don't need that, okay? You don't need any of that. And aside from that, if you have a thing that is hard to spell, or say it's in a different language or something than what you stream in, people are not going to know how to pronounce it. And I'm having that issue myself currently, where on my socials I use my middle name and nobody knows how to pronounce my middle name, so they constantly mispronounce it. So make sure that it's easily readable but also easily pronounceable, or you're going to come to a conclusion where you hate the name because people are constantly missaying it. So make sure it's simple. Simple is better. The internet is stupid. The internet is very stupid, okay? Make it as easy as humanly possible for them to be able to read and recognize your name. Which gets to my third tip. I recommend something that comes off the tongue easily, whether it's a one word or one phrase, okay? You don't want a whole ass sentence to be your name, but a quick phrase or a word is key. When you look at all these big name people, you got Summit, you got Pokimane, you got Dr. Disrespect, you got Shroud, all of these people are like one word names. They're either one word or one phrase. They're easy to spell, they're easy to remember, and those names have carried through for that person's personality for years. Summit has literally been on this platform for 10 plus years at least. I remember watching him back when I was in late middle school, high school, when Twitch was just starting out. So want something that is easy to see and recognize, and you don't want anything flashy. So one word, one phrase. Stick to it. Simple is better. You don't want a super long username either, nor do you want a username that would be long enough to be 2 lines of text. Ever. You don't want a name that long. Next tip, I would say don't put numbers in your username. It doesn't look good. There's some people again, Summit, he's got the 1G. But in general, how many people do you see that are big name people, either on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, that have numbers in their username? Pretty much nobody. Pretty much nobody. Numbers make it, in my opinion, it seems kind of more like a gamer tag that you would have on Xbox back in 2004. So I highly recommend not putting numbers in your username, which goes back to the step 3. You want like a single word or a single phrase, and throwing a number into those kind of throws off that entire idea. So I highly recommend staying away from numbers. Not really a tip, but don't put meme numbers in your name either. Don't put anything 69, 420. It's been done 50 billion times. It's no longer funny. Don't put it in your username, okay? Aside from that, I again, kind of go in that first tip, don't make your name like a meme either. Because luckily Twitch has changed and you're able to change your username now. But in general, you're not going to be changing your username every month. Because if you're trying to grow, every time you change your username, your following is going to be like, who the hell is this person? And you're going to get a hit in your viewership and your this and your that until they're like, oh, I recognize this is such and such. And then that cycle is going to keep repeating every time you decide to change your name, especially if you change it drastically from whatever it was previously. Last tip, if you're going to make a Twitch and you're going to try to grow it and actually become partner or whatever, pick a name that's available across social media, or pick a variation that will be available across social media, because you want to try to keep all of your usernames as similar as possible if you can help it. So before you pick your name, I would highly recommend going to Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and seeing if that same name is available, because then you can change all of your socials to that name. And then you have that uniformity, which is going to make it so much easier to find you. Because then anybody can go to any platform and search that name, and your face is going to pop up, which is going to lead to more traction for you that's going to come over to your Twitch potentially. So try to keep a username uniform and check before you change. I know a lot of people who change their name and they're like, oh, you know, this person has a name similar to mine, so I can't pick it. Or I can't get this username on Instagram or Twitter, so it's going to be slightly different there and slightly different here. You're going to fall into the exact same problem you're already currently facing, which is the reason why you're changing your username. So look it up beforehand. Try to get something uniform. Hopefully that helps. Now again, I know I'm giving tips, but a lot of these things are also subjective. So take it as you will, okay? I'm not like a username guru. I'm not, God tier with the names. I really am not, because I have changed my name a bunch and I'm currently in the process of changing my name. So in no way is this like the end all to all usernames on Twitch. But these are tips that I think have been beneficial to me because I've followed a lot of them. And obviously these big name people all have something in common, so clearly it's working. So hopefully this video can be of some sort of help or advice to you at all. I've had a couple people in stream ask me this exact same question. This is the advice I've given them. And it's actually ended up helping them to pick a name and stick with that name long term, as opposed to changing it like every month like I see some people do. So hopefully these tips are helpful. Hopefully they can get you to grow a little bit on Twitch, or even work your way around the interwebs a little bit more. And I hope to see you on the platform. Until next time, guys, peace out and fair winds, my dudes. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!